Going to do a thank you to the veterans. Where are you?
Sometimes our board meetings go like that too. We lose part of the program. I tried to be close because I knew the applause would be real sparse, and I didn't want to embarrass you or me. I will tell you that I'm down to do a tribute to veterans. Actually, I'm going to do a tribute to some civilians. This museum is a product of Carolyn and Mike meeting out here in the hallway. She was probably hitting him up to get benefits for somebody and doing her job as she always has and does. And they got to looking around that big hall. That's the biggest hallway in the state of North Carolina, isn't it? Has made a wonderful museum. And with the help of Steve White and the county commissioners, we have a wonderful facility. Now everybody here that's a veteran, you know that you're being honored. And hopefully your picture's out here and so forth. But there are other people who are responsible for that honor. Part of it is the board of the museum board, because it's our job to record what you did, who you are, and if we get it wrong, the next generation may not get it. So we're trying to do that. We also do some other things that are very important. For instance, civilians in this country do an awful lot to remember veterans. You heard Mr. Miller say he wasn't a veteran. I'm not a veteran. So there are a lot of us who, through guilt or whatever reason, we really want to thank you for what you've done. We really mean that. And there are a lot of people day to day who go about their business doing good stuff for veterans. I'm going to mention one or two. When I was here early on, I was invited down for lunch at one of the Veterans Association buildings. And I got there, and I didn't have a veteran's card, so they said, well, he can't eat lunch here. He's not a veteran. Well, I know where you can eat lunch, so he took me up to Elks Lodge. I didn't know anything about Elks. Let me tell you something. I want to tell you real quick what I do know. Frank Brady, who's head of the Elks Lodge. Frank, I'm glad to see you here. Raise your hand. Frank goes over to the North Carolina Veterans Home in Swannanoa at least once or twice a month to help those veterans. Chris Drake standing back here. Chris, raise your hand. He's a volunteer. He goes to the Veterans Hospital, VA Hospital, at least once or twice to help do bingo and entertain. I think you're having a cookout pretty soon, aren't you? I'm coming. All of y'all are welcome. Come on over. All these people do a lot of things, but when I got up to the Elks, I found out, hey, they started the VA hospital. Everybody, that is not possible. Well, the truth is, World War I, they built an 80-bed hospital, and the U.S. government took it over because they saw what the need was. The Elks sent 2 units to France to help the veterans. The government took it over because they saw the need of it. They started giving scholarships to veterans who were disabled because they couldn't get them from the government. The government saw what they were doing, and they adopted that program. And Monday, I think, Frank, you're going to be at the Memorial Day service, but on Flag Day, guess who brought Flag Day as a national holiday? Harry Truman, who's one of my favorite actors. He got that done. Now, if they do that, you add to all the churches, all the individuals you know who have done things for Elks, every once in a while, they need a pat on the back too. So I'm here to ask you to remember those folks who are helping you and are looking after your interests. We will if we know what's needed and what's going on. And I am so proud of this museum. If you follow up on museums around the country, as we do, there's not much else like this one around. Multiply what efforts are done here by 100 counties, by 50-some states and territories, and you'll find out that a lot of people do care about veterans, even though you may not always see it. We certainly thank you for your service, and for those who didn't get to serve like myself, I pray for you every day. Thank you.